People say that they cried when they read this book. I'm not much of a crier, but I've been known to shed a gangster tear or two every now and then. What's up, family? It's your favorite book cousin, Cousin 5, and I'm back in the building. And as you can see today, we have a good video because I'm talking about my June TBR. I have not done a TBR video yet, but I feel like I really want to start doing them because I want to get back in the groove of y'all knowing what I'm reading, and if y'all want to follow along, y'all can follow along. And speaking of that, I need to get back on my Goodreads and I need to update my reviews because I have read some books that I really liked, read some books that I didn't like. So I want to get back on Goodreads and let y'all know what's going on. May was kind of a crazy month. I'm not going to lie. A lot of work, a lot of personal things that I had going on. It was wild. I'm back. I'm really dedicated. I really want to get this content out to y'all. So that's what I'm going to do. Because family is forever. Let me know if you know what movie that is. I'm here for y'all. We got a good TBR. I feel like I got a good list of books, of physical books. Something new, because I actually am listening to an ebook right now. I'm listening to an ebook, and I'm going to let y'all know how that's going right now, too. But without further ado, let's jump right into my June TBR list. Okay, y'all. So the first book we're going to talk about is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I'm super excited to read this book. I'm not going to talk too much about the author because if you haven't seen, I made a video about Harry Potter in one of my last videos, and it didn't go over well, and rightfully so, because the author says some really hurtful and mean things about the trans community and the LGBTQ plus community in general, and I don't agree with it. So I'm not going to harp on this book too much, but I am excited to read it because Harry Potter is a critical part of the book community. And reading the back, I'm too excited to read it. So basically, it's about Harry's second year at Hogwarts, and a lot of things go wrong. As he's home with the Dursleys, they are meaner than ever. He was ready to get back. But he gets a letter from some random animal that says if he goes back to Hogwarts, bad things are going to happen. And what you think happened when he got back to Hogwarts? Bad things. It says that he got a new stuck-up professor, spirit who haunts the girls' bathroom, and then the real trouble begins because someone is turning all the Hogwarts students to stone. So I guess they got to figure that out. I'm very excited to read this. I don't know if I'm going to do a vlog on it, but y'all will know how I feel about this book once I'm done reading it. Boom. So the next book I'm reading this month is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. This book is one that I've wanted to read for a while. It's kind of just been sitting on my bookshelf or like in my bags since I got it. I haven't really gotten to it, but now I'm getting to it and I can't wait to read it. If you don't know what this book is about, it's basically about a girl named Chloe Brown who is a computer geek. She's sick, but she wants to start living life after she's had a near-death experience. To start this living life process, she creates a list of 7 things that she wants to do to start her life and to really live life. Now, as she comes up with this list, she realizes that creating a list to live life is not as easy as it sounds. You have to actually go out and live life, but she doesn't know how to do that. So she meets this guy named Redford Morgan, Red for short, and he is a man with hella tattoos. He has a motorcycle, and she says he has the craziest sex appeal ever. So she meets him, and she's trying to go along with him to help her do these bad things that she wants to do to live life. But as she's doing that, she figures out he's not all who he says he is either, because he's a painter and he hides his painting from everybody. And she can see why as she learns more about him. They go on their journey and do whatever they need to do. So I'm excited to read this one. Talia Hibbert is an amazing author. I loved all of her books so far, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like this one too. We're gonna get into this one. Okay, so this next book is an author that I up and down love to no end. And that is S.A. Cosby, and this is Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. Now, I actually already started reading this book, and it's amazing already. This book is fire. All y'all who said Razorblade Tears was the best book he put out, I'm starting to see why already. And I'm only 72 pages in. This book is basically about two fathers who have gay sons and they were murdered. And the police just didn't want to do anything about it. So the dads come together and now they're looking for the murderers of their sons. They get into a lot of stuff. They already get into a lot of stuff. They really just trying to get down to the nitty gritty and figure out what happened to their sons. And even though they didn't necessarily agree with the lifestyle that their sons were living, they loved their sons to no end, and they finally realized it, unfortunately, after they're really trying to avenge their sons' unaliving. This is a really, really, really good book so far, and I can tell it's only about to get better. The stuff that's going on in this book is crazy. But this book is super dope too, and I don't really want to get too deep into it, but the themes that S.A. Cosby like brings up, and not even really bring up, but that are like embedded into the book, like as you're reading, are super dope, because it's really about black, white, gay, straight, coming out to your parents and stuff like that. And it's really dope how he mixes it all together and makes it serious but fun at the same time. So I really like this book and I can't wait to finish it. S.A. Cosby, you one of them ones, man, for real. Okay, so the next book that I'm actually listening to right now, yeah, you heard me right. I'm listening to it. I finally went and got Audible. Now I'm listening to ebooks, so I'm here for that. But the book that I'm listening to is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Now, let's talk about ebooks a little bit, because this is my first ebook, so I can't judge it too critically. But I don't really like it that much. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like I can't focus, because I like to listen to ebooks when I'm working or if I'm trying to do something. Maybe I just need to sit down and listen to it, really focus on the words, and actually listen to the book. And that's what I try to do. I try and mainly listen at work, and I got so many people yapping in my ears that I can't really focus on the book. But when I am focused on it, the book itself is super good. Because Just for the Summer is basically about two people named Justin and Emma, and they have the same problem. Their exes always find the love of their life after they break up. So when they break up, their ex goes on to find the love of their life. And now Justin and Emma connect over a Reddit post that Justin made, and they devise a plan to date each other for a while and then break up so they can find the love of their lives. But it obviously does not go as planned, because they start to catch feelings for each other. So I'm listening to that right now, and it's pretty good so far. Like, the book itself is really good, but I just don't know if I really like the e-version of books, but I'm gonna continue to give it a try. I know y'all said S.A. Cosby has some really good ebooks, and the narrator on those are really good. So I'm gonna keep giving it a try. Just for the Summer is a good book so far. I'll let y'all know how it is once I'm done listening. So back to the physical books. The next book I'm reading for my June TBR is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I really am excited to read this book because I've heard only good things about this book. I heard Oscar Wilde is an amazing author, and people say that they cried when they read this book. I'm not much of a crier, but I've been known to shed a gangster tear or two every now and then. But quickly, this book is about Dorian Gray. He's a young, fashionable man, but he cares about fashion and beauty to the max. That's all he cares about. So he sells his soul to stay forever young and beautiful. The kicker is that when he looks in the mirror, his reflection is staying the same age. So he's getting older in the mirror, but not in, real life. As he goes on and does these like terrible things in his real life because he doesn't get older, when he looks in the reflection, his reflection is looking terrible, like it's looking bad, and he's seeing how all of the sins are really weighing on him. This book seems like it's going to be super deep. It's going to have really good themes of morality and how beauty and youthfulness aren't everything. I'm excited to read this. It's going to be a good read, I hope. I'm going to let y'all know. Okay, family. So this last book is a series that I really want to catch up on. So I might read this book next because I really want to catch up on it. It's something that's kind of popular right now. I'm super excited to read it. And that is A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Now, you've seen this book everywhere. And if you haven't seen it, you might just be living under a rock. I'm excited to read this because I've been getting into fantasy a little bit lately. And I'm actually liking it though. Like, I'm actually liking this shit. So people say that this is a really good series to like get into fantasy. They do say that this is like a world building book, which I don't necessarily know what that means, but I'm assuming that it's just like you heating up the crock pot, letting it cook a little bit. Let him cook. And that's what this book is doing. So basically this book is about a 19-year-old huntress named Feyre, and she killed a wolf in the woods. It says a terrifying creature arrives to demand retribution. Dragged to a treacherous magical land she knows about only from legends, Feyre discovers that her captor, not truly a beast, but one of the lethal immortal fairies who once ruled her world. At least he's not a beast all the time. As she adapts to her new home, her feelings for the fairy, Tamlin, transform from icy hostility into a fiery passion that burns through every lie he's been told about the beautiful, dangerous world of the Fae. But something is not right in the fairylands. An ancient wicked shadow is growing, and Feyre must find a way to stop it or doom Tamlin and his world forever. Why would you not want to read that? I know this is probably supposed to be about world building. This is about to rock my world. I've heard nothing but, I'm not going to say nothing. I've heard mixed reviews on this, but I think I've heard more good than bad. So again, I'm excited to read this. I'm excited to get into fantasy. And again, if y'all know any more fantasy series for beginners, because I am a noob when it comes to fantasy, drop them in the comments because I will be picking up some more books. I have an Amazon book haul coming soon. I've been fiending for some books. I really been staying down, not trying to buy no new books, but it's really getting to me, y'all. It's getting to me. I want to buy some new books. I actually got a library that I'm about to go to, two. I have a library that I have to go to. I'm going to grab some books out of there because I'm about to get a library card. So shout out to y'all who told me about the library. But yeah, I want to continue to build my bookshelf because I actually have to get another one. So I want to continue to build my collection. Get this collection to where it needs to be. So that's what I'm going to do. But those are the books that I'm reading in June. I expect to finish all of them. I'm going to keep y'all updated, and I expect to finish all of them because I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus my ebook that I'm listening to now. So that's 6 books that I plan to read in June. So I think that I can get it done. I'm pretty excited about every single book that I plan to read. And I will let y'all know if these books are ass or trash. That's all Cousin 5 got for y'all today, man. I hope y'all like this video. I hope I got y'all some good recs. If you have not seen any of these books, that's all. See y'all later. Have a good day. Peace.